All right, let's get to some picks here. Cynthia, we'll
do it.
start with you. The Packers are favored by 4.5 in this one. What's your projection say?
Okay, this is not with Patrick Mahomes. So this is a
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes-less
I like
projection.
it.
Could change on Sunday. You gotta
Another
come back
phrase
here.
coined by Game Debut.
Perfect. So I have Packers 26, Chiefs 23 in this matchup. So a 3-point win without Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
I got you.
That's surprising that Matt Moore Chiefs team.
It's Andy
could be so
Reid.
close.
It's more Andy Reid, right?
It's Andy Reid and the home
LaShawn
field
McCoy.
advantage.
And
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy.
I'm going Packers too. I completely agree. And even though they're going away, without Mahomes, there's no way they can contend with the Packers. Packers are the scariest team in the NFC to me.
They are. I think their defense will bounce back. They had a really rough game last week against Oakland in terms of yards per play allowed. Whereas the Chiefs defense, I don't think they've solved their problems because they shut down Joe Flacco in a primetime game. There's still a lot of holes to pick on, and I think the Packers win comfortably because Matt Moore, he's going to give
Like
both
a
teams
touchdown?
chances.
Yep.
More than a touchdown.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh,
touchdown
very
plus.
comfortable.
49ers are favored by 5.5. Cynthia, what do you got?
I got 6. I have 49ers 24, and then I have the Panthers 18. And for me,
Okay.
it all comes from, we've seen Kyle Allen actually be good under pressure, but we haven't seen Kyle Allen operate under pressure that's sustained. So he's only been down by 7 points. He hasn't been down like continuously for the game. So for me, Kyle Allen under pressure, he's still not a veteran quarterback. So that's
Yeah.
why the Niners win.
I mean, this is a young quarterback going against an incredible front seven. It's going to get scary for the Carolina Panthers. I have the 49ers as well. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, I think this could be the last game we see Kyle Allen because if they
Yep.
lose big and Cam Newton
And then he gets traded.
getting healthy.
And then he
no,
gets traded?
I don't think he's going to get traded. This is the type of defense the 49ers had. They're so good that Arik Armstead's playing like a Pro Bowler. So D Ford, who they're paying $15+ million to, is a role player. They only need him for 20 to 25 snaps a game. This Panthers O-line has given up a lot of pressure, and I think this is going to be a rough one for the Panthers.
Bills are favored by 1.5 at home. Cynthia, what do you got?
I'm calling for the upset.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I have Eagles 23. I have Bills 21. Sorry, Bills Mafia.
I picked the Eagles last week against the Cowboys, and they made me look like an idiot. So I'm going with the Bills this week. Besides the fact they have a great defense, and again, watching those Eagles, like Greg said, I just don't know how they figured it out because I think they have a lot of work to do.
They've had a lot of moments over the last few years where you thought they were down and out, and then they stood up. And they're running out of time. They got to do it this week. They're showing a lot of ugly signs. I have the Eagles winning this
Really?
game on the road
I
as
thought
well.
for sure you did not.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Who knew? Who knew?
Talent.
Listen, we're all
Talent.
blind.
The Bills are getting by without a passing game in the year 2019. That's tough to keep doing week after
Yeah.
week.
The Patriots are favored by 12.5, so there should be a close one. Cynthia, what's your
Disrespect.
model say?
I have 11. I have Patriots 28, Browns 17 in this matchup.
Okay, well, I'm going strictly with my heart here, and I'm
All
going
heart.
with the Browns. Again,
Ooh-wee.
I think
Great.
Baker understands what this will do to the team. I think a lot of these players on this team realize how big this could be for their season. I feel like we get a big game out of Odell, Jarvis, Baker, and Nick Chubb. What do you got
I
for
think
me?
it's a disrespectful line there. I think the Browns
it?
keep it close, that the Patriots win just at the end because I trust their coaching staff to make the adjustment. Bill Belichick's having the time of his life. He's got his favorite player from the last decade, Gerard Mayo, with him. He's got his son, Steve Belichick, and he's got the best defense he's had in 15 or 16 years. Forget it.
Saints are favored by 9.5, Cynthia. What do you got for us?
Ooh, I have Saints 28, Cardinals 19. So just barely closer than you might think.
I like that. I mean, my favorite part about this Saints team is that it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Brees, they're playing really well. I got the Saints winning as well. What do you
I
got,
have the
Chief?
Saints winning by more than that because Drew Brees said the plan is to play. And even without Alvin Kamara, they're putting up a lot of yards last week against a good Bears defense. It's pretty amazing what Sean Payton's done. And I don't blame Brees for getting back. He's got the best offensive line, the best defense of his career. I'm sick of watching Teddy Bridgewater do it. That's what Drew Brees is saying.
Do you think it's going to be the full complement of snaps? Because it's if they get up by a lot, maybe
If
it's
Drew
a
Brees
nice
is playing, he's playing. I
going.
mean, I don't question that. I don't blame him that he
think
doesn't
he's
want to
gonna
sit
play?
and watch anymore. He says
I
the
don't think
plan's
he's
to play.
The plan's to play, but do you think that that's the reality?
He's a tough guy, I think, to keep on the sideline if he's out there.
The worst thing for a player is when you're hurt, watch your team play really well. But Drew Brees is coming. He wants to prove he's still the guy. All right, now we're moving on to two teams who had a trade earlier this week of a player now playing on the opposite team. Gary Conley and the Texans host his former team, the Oakland Raiders. Let's get right to picks in this one. The Texans are favored big by 6.5. Cynthia, what do you got?
28-24. I have the Texans winning, but it's 4 points. I think it's a little closer than that big margin.
All right, I got the Texans winning too. Although Kyler Murray is exciting to watch, and I think he's going to do a lot better than people realize in New Orleans. What do you got?
That trade of Gary and Conley was the most disrespectful trade in NFL history. They said, you take our player, we want to go throw on Gary and Conley this week. We're not worried about him at all because the Raiders' offense is playing great. I think this is a shootout. I think the Texans win by a field goal right at the end.
All right, let's make some quick picks. We got a battle of the birds down in Atlanta as the Seahawks are favored by 3.5 over the Falcons. Cynthia, what do you got?
I got a big one for the Seahawks, 29-19, a 10-point swing. I think even if we see Matt Ryan, he's not healthy. So this is kind of taking away their best asset, which is the ability of Matt Ryan to pass.
I agree. I'm going Seahawks as well. I mean, I had the reports of the players-only meeting. As a Cleveland Brown, I am an expert on players-only meetings. They never work. All right, so I'm going Seahawks. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks in a big win. The best asset Pete Carroll has is Russell Wilson, and he's saying that they're a defense and a running team. No, you're not. The best thing you do is throw the ball, and everyone throws the ball great against the Falcons.
Well,
there you go.
Two teams that could also be having some players meetings, unfortunately, coming off of some brutal losses, Chargers and Bears. Let's start with you, Greg.
Ooh, I have the Chargers in an upset. I mean, going on the road to Chicago right now, they're getting a little healthier. They get Russell Okung back at left tackle.
That's a big deal.
Melvin Ingram is practicing again. Hunter Henry, who missed a month, is playing like an all-pro. I just can't pick Mitchell Trubisky right now. I'm sorry, I just gotta
can't pitch.
Gotta take the Chargers.
Can't pitch Mitch.
No.
Can't pitch Mitch. Don't pitch him to me because I'm not buying. I'm going Chargers as well. I love Mitch, but he was not good last week, and it's looking like he's going to take a little more time for him to get over that injury and really get more comfortable in his offense.
Well, I guess I'm the only one that has any faith in this Bears defense. I have 23-18. The Bears win this one for me. In part because I think we saw the Bears defense last week just kind of like get behind and stay behind. It was defeated, but I think now we'll have a little energy.
Does the model have a defensive touchdown for the Bears?
The model has a good odd of defense being like either a touchdown or getting them, within the 20 in the red zone, so that it's really like the, points off turnovers.
Love it.
One game that doesn't have any good defensive player, at least players, Giants, Lions, not players. I'm saying team. Play in
Darius
general.
Slay is calling. Hello?
Your model last
We'll be in the
week
E-block.
picked the Lions to win. They're favored big this week. I believe, what is it, by 7 against the Giants. What does it say this time?
Do I have to?
Please.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I have the Lions by 5, 26-21. I hate it when the model
do
picks
hate
my
it with the
Lions. I'd
model.
rather pick not, have that feel, whatever. But ultimately in this one, it comes down to the fact that Matthew Stafford and this offense does have the advantage over the Giants defense, which we really haven't seen show up.
I'm going with the Lions, too. I got 4 more touchdowns from my boy Marvin Jones Jr. in this game. No, I think the Lions are a better team
Wow,
than their
that's a
record
lot.
shows. And I'm hoping this week they'll be able to put it together, and I got them getting the W.
It's
I
Ty
think
Johnson, by the way.
I think
if
it'd
you
be
want
closer
fantasy.
than 7 points, but you got to give Marvin Jones some pop. He came on the show.
He's a game
he
day
scored
dealer
4
alone.
touchdowns. That's what
I think-
the Game Day Live does
I think Joe
for
Hayden's going to
players.
score a touchdown then. Defensive
Absolutely.
It's a very good
I've got the
formula.
Lions winning this game, but again, not by 7.
touchdown.
All right. Well, look, we're going down to Jacksonville now, where the Jaguars are favored by 5.5 over the Jets. Cynthia, start us off.
This one is confounding. Why? Because my model says that the Jets are going to win by
Wow.
1 point. I have 22-21. Now, we did see Sam Darnold appear on the injury report. He lost a left big toenail, I believe,
Who needs
which
that?
I think you
Happens
don't
to
really
most
need
of
that.
us.
I don't know. But obviously, you have to change. If there's a significant injury in the injury report, then we'll have to adjust there. And we've seen C.J. Mosley on and off, and that would be significant. But the reason, because the opportunity for Lev Bell and the run game to get going exists. Marcel Darius not playing, so that's a big driver of this one. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked as well. I got the Jaguars. Jaguars, I feel like, play the way we expect them to, right? Even when they lose, they're solid. The offense is solid. The defense is just solid. The Jets are up and down, and they looked bad last week. Granted, against the Patriots, I am not buying Sam Darnold, not this week against the Jaguars.
Yeah, I think this is a tough defense to play when you're struggling. Todd Wash and the Jaguars defensive coordinator, he loves to throw blitzes. I have the Jaguars winning this game. This is the biggest upset I feel like your model has picked all year. Gardner Minshew might be outplaying Sam Darnold right now.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
We'll
I
see
do
if
the math.
your
I do the
model
math.
is as surprising in Tennessee versus the Bucs this week. Who do you got?
Tennessee versus the Bucs. This one for me, I have the Titans. I have 23-21. So like a decently close game in this one. I think that Ryan Tannehill and his ability to complete those passes and get in rhythm like we talked about is a big driver of this one.
I'm going Tennessee too, man. They surprised me a week ago when they played the Chargers, and
I think they just didn't lose in that one.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
barely.
not
They
like
got
a
lucky.
That's
that
better
was
than what they've
crazy.
done in the past, right? So maybe I'm buying a little Ryan
You know
Tannehill
what?
stock.
Ryan Tannehill had some nice tight window throws, made his
Yeah.
receivers look good. And again, this is not a defense you want to play when you're making a lot of mistakes like Jameis Winston is. I think
Facts.
your boy, Dean Pease, scrambles his brain.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at some other picks for the week. There we go. We're all aligned on these ones. Bengals lose, Colts win, Dolphins lose. Those are,
I like how it's Bengals.
yeah,
not
because
Rams
that's
win.
more what it's about, right?